Thank you so much, sir. Please have a seat. Dr. Iwoke.
Thank you.
It's always a pleasure having to get to talk to you, but let's just delve into the matter at hand. I'm going to ask you a direct question.
Thank you.
Do you see Enugu State having a potential of becoming a medical tourist hub?
I would say yes. Let me give you a little of the background. Nigeria currently loses around between 2015 and 2023, Nigeria lost $29.8 billion to medical tourism. So annually, we're losing a lot of money to medical tourism. 4 trillion during Buhari's tenure between 2015 to 2023. We have lost 4 trillion naira. Now imagine what that can do for Nigeria medical sector. In 1968, 1969, the Saudi royal family used to come to Nigeria, University of Ibadan Teaching Hospital, for medical attention. So we're getting a lot from it. We were the tourists. They were coming here. But what has happened over the years, when we abandoned our medical tourism, and we started going to foreign lands. We started going to India. We started going to UK, US, and some other countries. Even recently, Dubai and South Africa. So what the Enugu State government was saying, like, look, we can make this happen. They started by strengthening the primary health sector, then consolidating the secondary institutions, and also the tertiary institutions like what they have in Parkland. What they are trying to do there, they are building, standardizing the A&E. They are doing a lot. They are building the triage, which was not even there before. When you so having some kind of internationalization of the standards and accreditation for a lot of courses and the rest. Now, the catch in all this is that they're also building a quaternary hospital. Quaternary is the fourth care. After primary, secondary, tertiary, the teaching hospitals, you now have what we call the quaternary. The quaternary, just very close behind us here, is where you now have the medical tourism proper. Those things we're going to treat in China, in some people go as far as Russia. You are going to treat in Greece. You are going to treat in India. You can actually do them in Enugu now. And with that will bring in a lot of forex. Instead of forex moving out of Nigeria or Enugu State, forex will start coming in. And where we are is just also part of the process, where the governor said he wants to build an integrated ecosystem where there will be influx of forex into the Enugu to build the 30 billion naira economy, $30 billion economy is talking about. So the Enugu air is tied to that. If you want a quaternary hospital, you want to bring foreigners, you must have a functional airline. You must have a functional airport. You must have good roads. You must have electricity. That's why there's let there be regulation from the Enugu state for the electricity sector. So all this in the mix is that it is very, very possible. With the ICC center here also, you see what happened in Nigeria Bar Association convention last year. So this tourism, apart from the medical tourism, there's a MICE, meeting incentive fair, conferences and exhibitions. When you bring all those things mixed together, the people who are coming for those conventions, those international conferences, we have medical needs. We also see what they can offer, and then it will be happened.
All right.
So Enugu State is already in the march to that. So it's possible. Very, very possible.
Beautiful. What about human capital? Because you've just spoken a lot about infrastructure. Are we ready in terms of human capital for medical tourism?
I'm glad that the last interviewee just talked about having 2,000 doctors in Enugu State. That is huge. Enugu is known for its education. It's the heartbeat of human resource when you talk of health. And we have vibrant medical schools, both private, both public schools. We graduate, in fact, every year I receive invitations for people who are taking their oath taking in the state university, also in the federal university, UNN, and they made a lot of private universities. So we have that. Then, so manpower is not a problem. And one thing with the medical profession is when you have the good atmosphere, when you have the good remuneration, you have good welfare. Some people will start resigning in other states to come here to work, just as people are living here to work in a lot of health practitioners live to work other places. If they have the necessary wherewithal because of funding from our people, from the tourism, they will stay. So there's no fear of manpower at all.
All right. So from a public analyst point of view, we have talked infrastructure, we talked human capital, We've talked transportation, when you mentioned international flights and things like that. What other components do you think we have put in place to ensure, an effective medical tourism, outlook, looking ahead?
One of the biggest challenge for the medical profession in Nigeria is the issue of equipment and instruments for the doctors to work. The doctors barely mostly have almost to do guessworking. Sometimes we still have obsolete equipment that are not working. So what differentiates the Nigerian doctor? That's why when Nigerian doctors go overseas, they are one of the they're one of the best in the world anywhere they found themselves because the necessary tools and machinery to work are there. So when we have that, then we will have a better option. Then we'll have a better system. Once that is available, I think everything in the mix, everything was already ready. We are very cheap when it talks of costs. That you want to spend the same amount you want to spend in Russia or you want to spend in India or South Africa. Nigeria is a cheap option, and Enugu State can prove that destination point.
Powerful. Now, talking about the 260 units of primary healthcare units, how scalable do you think it is? Seeing that it started with 260, I would think that if you're in the development space, you start with a pilot. But Enugu State just went full speed ahead and did 260 units at the same time. How feasible do you think, this approach is, in just launching 260? What are your thoughts?
From a perspective of the public,